Hi, it's Vicky Lou. If you've been following me on Twitter, then you would have seen my post last night regarding I'm going to do some videos just so people can kind of relate to them, especially parents, special need parents, people with mental health, dog life. So this is my lab. So yeah, I have some really funny stories about her. I had quite a funny one yesterday, but we'll get there. So before we start, you can see that I've got a lovely gammy eye that I woke up with, and I probably look like I should be in something out of 28 weeks later. It scared the life out of my kids this morning. My daughter, who is autistic, very upfront, told me that my eye was disgusting, so that was a great compliment this morning. If nobody's going to tell you how it is, your kid's definitely going to tell you how it is. And my son, who's 5 months, looked at me and cried. So, yeah, it was, feel good morning for me. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to touch upon Mum's Life today. My channel is actually going to be called It's a Mum's Life and Junk. So the junk being everyday life, things that happen every day. Like you guys can DM me on Instagram or Twitter with some subjects or topics that you want to talk about. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share. So, where am I going to start? Okay, so my name is Vicky Lou. I'm 30 in March, which I'm absolutely dreading. And I'm not the only one. I've, like my friends as well. You dread turning 30 because it's like you're leaving your 20s behind. And it's like, I think you're more scared. Then you just kind of think, what have I done with my life? Like, even if you've done, but you kind of think, 30, like, what have I actually done with my life? But, it'll be fine. I have 2 children, like I just said. I'm an outgoing person, very bubbly. But at 26, I did have a breakdown and I was diagnosed with anxiety, OCD and intrusive thoughts, which I have to take medication every day for. So that is another... I'm really sorry, my dog's just farted. Why did they do that? It absolutely stinks. Sorry, I need to spray something. It's disgusting. This is what I'm talking about. This my day-to-day life. I could make a comedy sketch out of. It's disgusting. Molly, you are disgusting, aren't you? You're lucky you're cute. Yeah, that was disgusting. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. Forgotten now. Yeah, so mental health. My mum's also got bipolar and a personality disorder. So mental health is something that I've always kind of held close to my heart anyway. Autism, that is a massive one for me. Yeah, my daughter was diagnosed at the age of 4. I knew, and this is it, if there are parents that are watching this that have autistic children or believe that they are, you can DM me with your symptoms. Sorry, I say quite a lot. I'm a Kent girl and I can't help it. My partner hates it, but I actually can't help it. So I'm trying not to say it. So I'm sorry for that. What was I saying? Autism. Yeah, so she was diagnosed at the age of 4. I knew at about 18 months old, most children are quite messy. They just throw toys in a box, where my little girl would, it all have to go in an order, and she's still like that now. Her room is immaculate. No one's allowed to really go in there. So, and it was just like she could never concentrate on one thing. She hates sirens, like really loud noises. She couldn't deal with. So when she went to nursery and they pulled me in, some people will tell you you're wrong. Her own dad said to me, there's nothing wrong with her. But there was. And as a mum, it's your instinct, and if you feel in yourself or in your gut and your soul that your child has something, don't ever let anybody tell you that you're wrong. You know, if you're wrong, you're wrong. But a mum's instinct is never wrong. And I just want mums to know that. Like, if anybody, teachers, you know, I've had teachers say to me, oh, there's nothing wrong with her. But they don't see the struggles that she has. If she's in the same environment she goes to every day, she's not going to act out. They mask it very well at school anyway. So, yeah, don't let nobody tell you that you're wrong, or make you feel like you're thinking things, because you're probably right. So, yeah, you can DM me if you want to speak about it, or you have any questions regarding it. You know, if they're younger than my daughter, they're same age, you know, I'm more than happy to speak with people and make them realise that actually you're not alone, because it's quite a lonely place to be an autistic mum. I find that, you know, my child doesn't want to play with other children, so soft play areas, it's kind of like, you know, I'm sat there on my own, really, watching her. But it's because she doesn't interact with the children, you know, like normally if you interact with the children, you know, the parents interact, but no. So, yeah, I think work is my my social life. That is so sad, isn't it? Yeah, so my I'll tell you about pregnancies. So my daughter, 8 years ago, she was very easy. Pregnancy was great. She was 2 weeks over. I had an operation. I had polycystic ovaries. Yeah, so she was born in 20 minutes. And then, so for 8 years, she was diagnosed. No babies were thought about. And then I always said, if I had no more by the time I was 30, that'd be it. So my daughter's dad was like, okay, we've got a year, basically. I fell in November, not just gone, the year before. My son was born in August last year. So I had to have an operation. My polycystic ovaries are very bad. I suffered for years, symptoms, pain. So again, if there's ladies out there watching this, you suffer with that, please get in touch with me. I'm more than happy to give you advice about the operation, if that's something that's your last resort. So yeah, and then I had to take Clomid medication, and then yeah, fell pregnant, and I had the worst time of my life. From the day I found out I was pregnant, a bus actually hit the side of my car. That's the day I found out I was pregnant, because they took me into the hospital. Yeah, that was crazy. A double-decker bus literally took the side of my car out. That's why I have no car. So, you know, when you see my Just Giving link, if you could actually click on it to donate, because that's the reason why I don't have my car. I wasn't actually at fault because my car was stationary, but being a bus driver, they didn't want to pay out. So apparently there was no camera footage. Is there not cameras everywhere around on a bus? I believe there is. Anyway, so yeah, my first 3 months I spent in and out of hospital with sickness. I would throw up for 14 hours straight. Literally, it killed my life. I had really bad water retention. I looked like I was carrying triplets. I had something called polyceps. They were telling me that my son was going to be over 10 pounds. When I went into labour, they were shocked because they thought it was early, but my waters had gone, but it wasn't like normal. Sorry, I know there's probably a lot of guys watching this, so I apologise, but I'll get this part over as quick as I can. So, yes, I was in labour for over 36 hours. So they had to induce my labour because obviously this polycep, they was worried about. Sorry, this is my cat mate. She's loving, literally, she just adores the life out of me. Yeah, so I was in labour for 36 hours. My front and back waters went, my cervix had completely gone. It turned out that he was stuck in a 3rd set of water, and it took another midwife to come in to swap over to take a look and tell me. And as soon as she popped it, he was out. He came out, he wasn't breathing, which was really, really scary. But my midwife, bless her, she's absolutely amazing. She gave him CPR, and here he is. So yeah, and he is lovely. And I did always worry about the anxiety. about what is this cat doing? Obviously bringing a child into Lulu's life, but it's been an absolutely amazing experience to see them as siblings. Like, they actually adore each other. So yeah, that's been quite a crazy time, really. Women, you know what, I know, like, I mean, like, ugh, all women go on about is pregnancy, but they really don't know how hard it is. And if you're out, you know, and you're pregnant now and you're worried, DM me. I'm always available. I will always reply. So yeah, it's a little bit about myself, and obviously we can, if this goes well and people want to hear things and not compare, but, you know, like, kind of like relate to it and realise that there is someone else out there that deal with this, then subscribe, DM, comment, like, share. That's what we're going to talk about. We'll talk about my gammy eye. Right. So yesterday I woke up and it was like a tiny bit of blood. It was nothing. Thought nothing off it. Then this morning I woke up and literally, look, you can see my eye is swollen and it's starting to close. Right, okay. So, ring my doctor. I'm 20th in line. So what do? I hung the phone up and I was like, sod that. Rang 111. She was like, you need to go to hospital, because I do wear glasses, and you'll notice that in photographs and probably in other videos after my eye's gone down, but my eye really hurts and it's really affecting my vision on this side. So right now it's better for me to not wear them. So yeah, you're probably thinking, does she wear glasses? I do, and they are here, but because of my eye, right? Yeah, so we come to the hospital and there was 3 queues. Now, I've never seen this before. It's the same hospital I go to all the time. It's the hospital I had my son at. So normally you go in and there's like 2 booking windows and you book in. So anyway, I'm standing there and this guy goes to me, are you waiting for directions? And I was like, no, I need to book in. He's like, well, the first one's a streaming nurse, the second one's a navigator, and the third one books in. And I was like, what? Like, I work in a hospital. I've never seen this system, ever. So it was an absolute ridiculous system. And the thing was, there was nothing there. There was no sort of explanation. There wasn't like a poster to tell you the order. Nothing. Now, if it made me confused, how is an elderly person or a person with a disability, how are they going to know what to do if nobody's standing there? I just think that, honestly, that really hit a nerve for me earlier. So I waited, and there was like, I'd been waiting there, honestly, for about 15 to 20 minutes before someone asked me if I was waiting for directions. So imagine, yeah, I look to my right, the hospital is Ramo, there's not one seat for anybody to sit on. And I was thinking, I'm going to be here for absolutely hours. So my best mate rings me, she comes and sits up the hospital with me, because she's lovely like that. And then, so we're sat there, and waiting for a triage. So I get into triage, and it's this lady, she's a triage nurse, fair enough. She doesn't even, like, you know, like when you have an eye check and they get the light and they look in the eye, she didn't even do that. She literally just looked at it with herself, checked my stomach. What? What's my eye got to do with my stomach? I didn't understand that. And then she's like, oh, can I listen to your chest? And then she was like, oh, you got a chest infection? I haven't got a cough. And she's like, it's pressure. And I was like, no, it's not. Because, I tell you why I know it's not. Because the eye is infected. You can see it on the inside. It's like yellow. So it could be a bacterial. I don't know. But she's like, oh, you've popped a blood vessel. It's going to go across your eye. And I was just kind of like, she didn't even look. So I'm going to get a second opinion tomorrow and see what my doctor says. Because I've never ever wanted a second opinion before, but that really confused me. What's my stomach got to do with my eye? Like, why do you need to be feeling my stomach when it's my eye that's in pain? And it's starting to swell up. There's no way a blood vessel would cause this. A blood vessel pops and it goes underneath the skin. It doesn't cause irritation. It doesn't cause like grittiness. So, like, no way. It's like my vision. If I look at a light, it's like headlights around it. Like, no, just no. So anyway, I'm pretty sure. And obviously, you know, you ring your mum and you give her the update. She's like, oh, did they not give you no eye drops? And I was like, Mum, she didn't even look in my eye. So obviously, Mum being Mum, she's like, make sure you go and get a second opinion. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. But yeah, so I've had a couple of messages as well regarding lab mum, or mummy lab. Yeah, so obviously I showed you Molly. She is 2.5 years old. I'm actually in the middle of trying to mate her. So she had a season. She's got like 4 days left, and I'm struggling to find a male Labrador. I don't know how, because you see them everywhere, but I am. But we did have someone yesterday. We went there, and I'll tell you the story. Everyone else found it quite funny. Obviously, I didn't at the time. So there's this long main road, and Molly does a poo. Responsible owner that I am. I picked the poo up, and a motorbike's come past, and it scared her. And the pavement was a lot smaller than a normal pavement, yeah, because obviously it's like a long, it's kind of like a wood next to this path. And yeah, so she's got out this harness, backing up, and I was like, I shouted at her, I was like, Molly, come. She come back, and as she did that, I trod in her shit. And then, to top it off, I get to this house, and the people were quite rude. They were very, very, very posh. I've got nothing against posh people, but when I mean posh, I mean like, it was ridiculous. Like, obviously, I let Molly outside with the dog, and they shut the patio doors, and the windows, like, it's their front room and then the patio into the garden. So Molly's jumping up at the window because she's crying for me. And he's like, she's going to break the glass in a minute. It's double-sided glass, mate. And then there was like going to be grandparents. I was like, good luck with that one. Anyway, so for 5 whole hours, I was on my own in this garden with 2 dogs. So my lovely Molly and their lab called Teddy. He wasn't interested at all. She was crying. You know, he tried to jump on her once. She growled at him, and after that, honestly, he laid down and fell asleep. So for 5 hours, that's what I stood outside in the freezing cold trying to do. And it failed. It flopped massively. So, if you know anybody that has a male Labrador in the southeast area, please get in contact. Because literally I've got 4 more days. And I literally want to do it just for the experience. And then I'll probably get her spaded. But yeah, so I hope anyway you enjoyed this. If it helps anybody, then that's what I really want to do. I just, you know, I'm sure that there's people out there that are scared to open up about them or their feelings or disorders or just, you know, mum things. Like I said, it's a mum's life and junk. So yeah, subscribe, like and share. Okay guys, I hope you have a good evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.